I got to the hospital on the, I think on the Monday night. On the Monday night. On the Sunday that followed that Monday, I was in a real bad posture. And I didn't say anything, he showed up. Whether it was in my vision or physically, but the man was right there and he was telling me in this word, what are you fighting for? You should just die. The man was enjoying me
Whoa.
suffering, agonizing. He was enjoying it in my face. And he was doing all this simagri like this. And the more blood would gush out of my mouth, the more he would clap and be like, yes, you should give up.
So so this was the Sunday where you said
Be-
you
yeah,
mentioned that you started to throw up blood right
yes,
before you went to the hospital.
yes.
Wow.
He came and he was
Wow.
asking me like I should just give up. Like, am I fighting for no reason? And he's that now he's showing me my family. He's like, oh, they'll be okay, they'll be fine. You don't have to. And he's putting his hand around me like that, like I can see it. I can. He's putting his hand around me like you'll be fine. And the more blood gush out, the more the man was celebrating. It lasted about a minute and a half, and I would puke in the bucket. I had a bucket when I was in the bed where I was sleeping. And after that, now I know that it was the Holy Spirit who told me, check the bucket where you, and because it was dark, I took my phone lamp and I saw it. The level of blood that I saw scared me. And that's what made me call 911. Mind
Wow.
you, I'm new in the United States. I do not know anything. And I didn't even live in a Western country. I was living 8 years in China. So
Yeah.
I'm really confused at this point. I'm telling
Mm.
you, it was, I think it's really by 2023, I can tell that a lot of those confusions started to make sense a little bit. But before then,
Mm.
I was just going through it. But I knew that there was a purpose for me. I knew that there was something because Papalo said that when his devices become physical, that means he lost. That means the devil lost. I knew there was, I needed to resist. There was some stuff. Till this day, if you show me those nurses, I can't remember their faces. Their faces were taken away from my mind. I can remember the hair color, the scrub color, but not the faces. And I
Wow.
remember the day I got to the hospital because I don't have a family here. The doctor said your condition is too critical, so we've got to call one of your family back in England or in France because I have family in France, in England, and China, also in Benin, in West Africa. So we have to call one of. So my sister was on the phone in the video call, and she was already crying. Like she was already like, I lost my brother, you know. And
So
the nurse took the
so
phone.
so that like you're going to the hospital. Well, I guess I have a few, did you know how sick you were? Because you
No,
mentioned it was like once you saw the blood. Okay, okay.
no,
And
I knew I couldn't breathe. I couldn't make two steps without falling. I knew I was exhausted, and I knew that if I had slept at home that night, I wouldn't have made it. I knew that, and that was scared. That's what scared me. It was snowing to the knee. It was snowing. They had to shovel in the snow. Like he made sure it was quite almost impossible to come and get me.
wow. And what does because like I haven't like I've obviously like I feel like a lot of people have watched videos about it
Yeah,
of like near death experiences,
yeah,
and you're the first person who I've countered who's had a near death experience.
yeah,
So what did it like feel like? Because a lot of people will say like they saw like heaven or hell. Obviously, I know you mentioned you had like the encounters with angels, but what
yeah.
did that feeling kind of feel like? And is there anything also like now that what's like what was the good part of the feeling in the sense of like is there anything that you can replicate now that can bring you to that not necessarily bad feeling of feeling like you're gonna die, but I'm assuming there's something like good in there as
Oh
well.
yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, okay.
One thing I'm learning this year is how to know the Bible, the Bible, the book and the chapter. But I know verses, so I'm still
Hmm.
struggling. So there's a, I think it's one of the Psalm. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly if it's Psalm 139 or 51, where he says, "I will send my angel to hearken unto you, so your foot don't dash a stone."
Hmm. Hmm.
That was the great experience because I had The bet I had God's angel working for me.
Wow. Wow.
That that was, I won't lie. Whatever he says about you is it will happen. That
Mm,
was the only experience I can. And when you being empty, I can't really explain how you know how you have not eaten for a day, for example. You see
yeah.
how you feel.
Yeah.
Multiply that by 100 or 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you feel
Mm,
empty. You feel like a
mm,
leaf. But you, because you are I think I was between, because you are between spiritual entity can have access to you, you can see them.
mm,
Because
mm,
you are not in the physical realm, but you are not also totally gone. That's why I could see him. But the angels were physical. They were
mm.
physical. Very, very
Oh, but
physical.
you're saying the evil man that was like not
I
in your
think that
imagination, but
I
in your
think that was a
vision, like in
vision.
your.
But
Okay, okay.
honestly, as I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm having goosebumps right now, I
Me
can
too.
see him. I remember I can see him, the man in the
Ah.
living room, right there chatting to me.
Mm,
So I'm like, is there a vision of physically? That
mm, mm,
night, it
mm.
was in the dark. I can see his hand around me, like holding me, like, why are you fighting? I can see it right now. So I'm
So
wondering, is it
oh.
physical or
Mm,
spiritual? I'm
mm, mm,
still
mm.
I'm still not sure. I have to ask Papa Maluk about that.
And it reminds me of the story where Peter,
Yeah.
he's in the jail and he gets out the jail and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know if this was a vision. I didn't know if it was physical, but I just know I got out."
I just know I had this chat with
Mm,
the man. And I'm like, nah.
mm,
He's like, oh, your kids, you fighting for your kids? Oh, they be fine. And
mm.
the man had a proper British accent, you know. You see
So,
what I mean?
Bill, this is so. Do you think this is because a lot of the times what I've noticed is that like
Hmm.
when people do have somebody, which is crazy to think, but there are people like who really like. There's witches who are like, or just people who are bad people. Like they have bad intentions. Like they want to hurt people. They want to do evil into the world. Do you think this is? And this is completely off topic. But do you
Yeah,
think
tell
this
me.
is like somebody who you know, somebody who has like something against you? Because I find a lot of times, especially it's weird, like it'll be somebody's like family member. Like I feel like a lot of times like somebody's grandma, not actually, but like somebody's close relative who's like wants to see people fail. So I don't know. Has God? Have you prayed about that? Have you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I will speculate on that.